there, this is Amanda from Our Simple Living and OurSimpleLiving.com, and today we are going to make one of my family's favorite cookies, cowboy cookies. And of course, little boys, cowboy cookies just means that they've been outside working hard all day and gives them another excuse to wear their cowboy hat and carry their wooden rubber band guns. But anyway, enough talking. Let's dig in and make some cowboy cookies. This recipe came from my husband's grandma, and she had a cute little plaque sitting in her kitchen that said cowboy cookies on it, and I honestly don't know where she got the original recipe. Of course, I've changed it just a tiny bit here and there, because that's what you do when you get somebody else's recipe. You tweak it to make it your own. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this as much as we enjoy ours. So we're going to start with 1 cup of butter softened. If you don't have butter, or if you prefer something else, coconut oil works great. A vegetable shortening of some kind, it all works well. I have tried butter, coconut oil, vegetable oil, or vegetable shortening, and it does work well. So approximately 1 cup of brown sugar. I tend to go a little bit on the smaller side. I don't do a heaping cup and I don't pack it down. So closer to 3/4 of a cup for me, but the recipe is about 1 cup of brown sugar and 1/2 cup of white sugar. We're going to cream that up. Scrape off my machine here. And then we're going to put in 1 egg. Now, you have some options with this egg. The original recipe calls for water, which is about 1/4 cup of water. So one, if you're out of eggs or you don't eat eggs, water works, or you could do a flaxseed gel and add a tablespoon of ground flaxseed to that 1/4 cup of water, just to give it a little bit more, more of a gelling factor. I can do this without making a big mess. There we go, 1 egg. And vanilla. I'm going to use about 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Let's mix that up. Oh, and actually the other thing I do is while I'm mixing my egg and vanilla, I put in my baking powder, baking soda, and salt, because I want to ensure that these are well mixed. And putting them in now allows me to put all of my ingredients into one bowl and not have to mix my dry ingredients separately. When you're choosing your baking powder, make sure you're looking for aluminum free. Believe it or not, they actually do use aluminum in baking powder. So look for aluminum free. Rumford baking powder will say on the package. They have one that is aluminum free. So check that one out. It's always handy to get a little less metal in our food. That's mixed well. Let's add some flour. We're going to do 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I like to use unbleached all-purpose flour. You can do whole wheat flour here. If you do, either decrease the amount of flour or increase your liquid, because as you know, whole wheat flour absorbs more liquid than white does, but it does take a little while to do so. Then you're also going to want 2 cups of quick oats. sides. Okay, now we need chocolate chips. Now, if you don't like chocolate chips or you're trying to make a little bit of a healthier version, you can do raisins. You can do, and if I were to add raisins, I would also do a little bit of a cinnamon in here or some pumpkin pie spice as well. If you do, you could also do craisins and white chocolate chips for a white chocolate cranberry cookie. And with the craisins and white chocolate chips, a little bit of orange zest or orange essential oil really takes that up to the next notch. We're going to do chocolate chips today. These are milk chocolate. Of course, you can use whatever kind you want. And I prefer ones that don't have any artificial anything in them. So Aldi's brand actually doesn't have any extras. But I was surprised how many brands have a load of extra things in their chocolate chips. So read the back. You don't need any artificial flavoring. You don't need natural flavoring. Just read through them and you'll see what I mean when you're glancing through your chocolate chips. So we're going to put, that's about a bag of chocolate chips in there. There we go. That looks good. See what kind of mess I can make here. Okay. I think that's cleared out so you can see what's going on. I'm going to grab, I already have the oven preheated to 350 degrees. I'm going to use a cookie sheet, and I like them lined with this silicone baking mat, because then I don't have to use Pam or spray oil of any kind. Use this handy dandy scoop. I believe this is a 1.5 teaspoon scoop, and of course you heap it just a little bit. But you can use any size that you want, and you could always use a regular teaspoon or tablespoon as well to drop them in. This recipe will make about 3 dozen, depending on how much cookie dough you or your children eat while it's baking. We're going to pop this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes. And while these cookies are baking, I'm going to clean up my kitchen, and we're going to, you can check out my other video. It's going to be on chocolate milk. So we're going to whip up a batch of chocolate milk while these are baking, and that way when they come out of the oven we can have a warm cookie and fresh chocolate milk. So I will see you in a few minutes when the cookies come out of the oven. Hey there, so our cookies are out of the oven. I had to let them cool down a little bit because, you know, you can't eat them when they're too hot. And I called the kids in because they wanted some fresh cookies. And then we made chocolate milk, so check out the video on that. Now it's time to dig in, kids. You can each have a cookie with your milk.
My cookie. Whoa.
Dale, you want a cookie?
Yes.
So be sure to like the video, hit subscribe, and let us know what's your favorite way to eat cookies. Do you dip or don't you dip? Anyway, I hope you enjoy these as much as we do. Have a great day.